warm welcome in the class of Mathematics 1. Today our topic is curl. Myself Rupak Bhattacharjee, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, GIS College of Engineering. In this segment, the prerequisites are exactly same prerequisites of divergence and gradient. So, without any further delay, we should enter in the topic. Just for our listeners, we are giving you the names of the prerequisites that we need: the concept of function of several variables, we need the concept of partial differentiation, and we need the concept of vector. So the curl of a vector field fxyz, so it is very much clear that what we are talking about, this f, it is a vector field and we have taken it in 3 dimension. It can be written as curl f xyz, which is nothing but del cross f xyz. It is not usual multiplication, it is vector multiplication in the context of cross multiplication, cross product. So this can be written as del cross f as this, which is nothing but another representation of the determinant form. So check it, if I distribute the determinant form, then what we get, I into this part and this part will be broken. So del y of f3 minus del z of f2, clear? Then minus, according to the distribution of determinant, then j, so this one and this one will not be there, del x of f3 minus del z of f1. Okay, and similarly for the third part k, so we will get del x of f2 minus del y of f1. So this is the calculational point of view and we can find it out in this manner. But again I am emphasizing on this that we need to use the concept of I cross j, j cross k, k cross I, and the reverse directions also. These are the important factors of this product form, and from that actually we get this one, because we know that what is del, it is known to us that it is I del x plus j del y plus k del z. And what is capital F here? Capital F is f1 I plus f2j plus f3k. So when you are doing the cross product between them, after simplifying them, actually you are doing the cross products in between them. So fundamentally we need the concept very much clear for these products. Now we are calling that it is obtained by taking the vector product, that means cross product of vector operator del applied to the vector field fxyz. The second line is again a formal shorthand, obviously, because the curl of vector field is a vector field. What is the meaning of this line? The meaning is that, as we know, that the cross product of two vectors gives you a vector, and here we are taking one vector operator with cross product with a vector field. The result is a vector field. What in the comparison in the last class, what we see, when we have taken del dot f, it is coming as a scalar field because it is the result due to dot product. Okay, and finally also one thing I want to mention, what I have mentioned in the last one, that this is to be done and this is the only option. You can't make it reversed by any means because it is not consistent in the definition. So if we proceed for the next problem, that we have to find out the curl of fxyz, which is given as 3x square, that means this is its f1 component, 2z it is f2 component, and x is the f3 component. Then what will be the result according to the definition? Del cross f, we can write this determinant as I, j, k, then the component del del x, del del y, del del z, and the f1, f2, f3. After that nothing is remaining, just merely the simplification of the determinant and obviously the application of partial differentiation. So I will be having del del y of minus x minus del del z of 2z. So this will be giving you 0, this will be giving you 2. Similarly for the next line and the next line. Most importantly, look at this, this will give you 0, then this is a minus sign, this is by partial differentiation is 2. And similarly it is for minus 1 and 0 and 0 and 0. I am not emphasizing on the calculational part, I want to emphasize on the final line. What is the final line you got is minus 2i plus j. So what is this? This is also a vector. So this is clear that what we are actually talking about in the last page, that del cross f is going to be a vector field. After this specific calculation we got the result and the result is also a vector field. So it is establishing our claim. So proceeding further, what we see that the component of the vector field is given, it is also in 3 dimension, where f1 and f2 and f3 are extracted from this. So our target is to find out the curl, that means del cross f. And why we are showing this? Because it is also exactly similar thing, similar calculation of the last part, that to make ourselves confident that our job is to extract out f1, f2, f3. We can use the determinant process or you can use that direct calculation also, but in both the cases you will get the same result because they are nothing but one can be derived from another. And finally, if you follow all these calculations, I am not showing the calculations, it is for you to check the calculation. I want to just emphasize on this part that what the final result you are getting, it is also associated with I. That means it is also a vector quantity. Clear? Why I am emphasizing always in every problems of divergence and curl that it is scalar and vector, it will be clear to you in this class in the last part. Okay. So proceeding further, what we get, our job is now to solve some problems on curl. And I think you will be able to recall the last class's problem, that one function is given in this form, that grad of x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz, and in the last class we have calculated the divergence of this one. In this class we are going to calculate the curl of f for the same problem. So before, yes, we know that for curl of f we have to calculate this one, but to calculate this one we need the components of f, that is f1, f2 and f3. For that we have to do this calculation first, that gradient of this one. As in the last class, it is shown clearly by all these steps. I am not going to show all these steps over here. You just have to do this del on your given scalar point function x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz, and obviously as del is having the component x I j k, it will be coming as a vector, and then we are going to extract out the f1 f2 f3. So I am not doing it totally, I am just writing down the answer what we get in the last calculation. Basically you can do it by your manual or mental calculation, what I want to say, because there is nothing big deal in this particular calculation. So our f1 component, f2 component, f3 component is in our hand. So if I want to find out curl f, and suppose I want to find it out by determinant process, then it will be I j k, then it will be del x, del y, del z, and here it will be f1. F1 means 3x square minus 3yz. It will be f2, that means 3y square minus 3zx, and it will be f3, that means 3z square minus 3xy. So this will be our determinant. And when we are going to find out the components of these determinants, I will write I, and then I will make this del y of 3z square minus 3xy minus del z of 3y square minus 3zx. Immediately you will ask, sir, what will be j, what will be k? Clear? I am just going to show you the answer associated with I. So if you differentiate partial with respect to y, what you are going to get, it is simply minus 3x, and then there is a minus sign, del z, minus minus plus will be coming, this will be contributing 0, so it will be 3x. So the component along with I is now 0, and if you calculate it, you will get this one will also be 0, this one will also be 0. You can write 0, or sometimes to make this confidence that curl f is a vector quantity, you can give a vector sign on this 0 also, that it is a null vector. Clear? So we have to proceed for the next problem, and the next problem is prove that curl of grad of f is null vector. So the definition of grad is known to you. curl is known to you, but you can think that f is not explicitly given, then how we can find it out? So let us proceed. After that we will check how much we can go. So grad of f is equal to del x I on f. So I am writing it directly, del f del x I plus del f del y j plus del f del z k. And if we have to find out curl of grad of f, that means del cross grad of f. Grad of f is a vector because it is associated with ijk, so it cross product is possible. So according to the concept of determinant, if I write it is I, j and k, so this component will be, for the curl part, it will be del x, del y, del z, and the components from f1 f2 f3, it will be del f del x, as it is associated with I, it will be del f del y, and it will be del f del z. So if we want to break it or simplify it, what we get? Del y on del f del z means del 2 f del y del z minus k, minus del z on del f del y, that means del 2 f del z del y. Similarly, for j part, we get this one and this one will be not there, so del 2 f del x del z minus del 2 f del z del x. You please also pause the video if you want, and you please check your calculations personally, and then whether it is similar to the given calculation over here or not. Because either if you are just looking at the calculations, you are not doing it, then it is not assimilated, it is just viewed, and just viewing will not give you the desired result. Clear? So this is just the direct simplification of this particular determinant. Now what we can write, that as we know, or as we can assume, this del 2f del y del z and del 2f del z del y, they are same, then the components coming for I is 0, j is 0, k is 0, and finally the result is 0. And again, as it is asked to prove it as 0 vector, null vector, we have proved it. So look at this, it is not always true that we need the explicit expression of f to get the results of divergence and curl for every cases. There are also some problems where you can convert it into a property for explicit expressions, non-explicit expressions also. Means if it is given in implicit form, then also we can do the solution of the problem. Now we are approaching for the next problem, that is we are thinking for another problem related to the definition of curl, and it gives us suppose the problem is given as if the vector functions f and g are irrotational, show that f cross g is solenoidal. In the last class, we have given the definition of solenoidal. It is that divergence of f is 0. But what is irrotational? Just in place of divergence, if we take curl and curl of f is 0, then it is irrotational. So what is given as f and g are irrotational, we can say that curl of f is equal to 0 and curl of g is also 0, means 0 means null vector over here. So our job is to show that f cross g is solenoidal, means our job is to show that divergence of f cross g is 0. So we have to calculate it, then only we can claim. So we can write del and dot f cross g, because this is the definition of divergence. Now according to the formula of vector algebra, what we can write it here, that g dot curl f minus f dot curl g is the expression of this one. That means del dot f cross g is g dot curl f minus f dot curl g, and look at this, nothing is remaining because this is 0, this is 0, both are given. So ultimately putting the values over there, we will get this 0. So we can say that okay, hence we can claim that f cross g is solenoidal. Now we are extremely in the last part of this class, where we get some problems, conceptual problems like this. What they are saying, that f be a scalar field and fxyz and gxyz be vector fields. So we are taking both type of them. Now what if anything is wrong with each of the following expressions? So if we think for this line and this line, what are the problems over there? So I have taken this problem from internet resources, where is mentioned in the reference part. First of all, we are now looking for this one. What is given? It is del f is equal to x cube minus 4y. Now look at this. What is f? F is a scalar field. Okay. But del is vector operator. So if, and you know that it is nothing but the gradient. So it has to be incorrect, because gradient of a scalar function is a vector field. But what we get as the result, it is a scalar quantity. It is not possible. Look at this, it is very simple problem, logical problem. If your concept is clear, then you can go for the answers properly. Now in the next case, it is del dot, means divergence. So when you are taking divergence, it is a vector quantity, it is a vector quantity. Their dot will be a scalar quantity, but what is given, it is a vector quantity. Because the divergence of a vector field must be scalar, but what we are having, it is a vector, so it has to be incorrect. Clear? And finally, that del cross G, it is a vector quantity, it is a vector quantity, cross product has to be a vector quantity. What is given? Del dot F. So what is this del dot F? Del is vector quantity, F is vector quantity, dot product will be a scalar quantity. So how it can be equal, that vector is a scalar quantity. So these are the simple logics what we have to use for identifying the answers from these types of problems. So now it is your job to find out the solution of these assignment problems, but please don't restrict yourself only in these problems. Solve as many problems as you can. So these are the references we have used in this particular construction of this lecture. Finally, I want to thank you all. Happy listening, happy learning.